Let's talk about competitive advantages. Companies build and use strategies so that they can earn above average profits, which really shows that they have a competitive advantage. And when they're able to do it over time, it is said to be a sustainable competitive advantage. This is often referred to as a moat as well. A moat is like a protective layer around the business. So sources of competitive advantages can be leveraged then into other activities and other markets. This is where the core competencies come into play. Let's look at a diagram to help explain how this works. The company uses its resources and its capabilities, as we outlined in the previous section here, to design and support strategies. And then if the strategies are executed well, then those strategies become a source of a competitive advantage. Then if that competitive advantage persists over time and in the long run, it can be leveraged into other activities and businesses. And that leveraged activity or competency then becomes a core competency. So this is the flow of how resources and capabilities flow all the way through over time to core competencies. Now let's look at an example together with a real company of how this actually works. So here's our example. We're going to take a public company called Inditex. It owns Zara, several other brands, and a company called Zara Home, which makes furniture and home decor. So let's see what they did. They had resources, which included the Zara brand, and they had capital. They took those resources and combined them with capabilities, which were the ability to identify fashion trends quickly and to efficiently bring them to market at a low cost. So by taking that brand and the capital and those capabilities, they were able to develop a strategy. And the strategy was to be the lowest cost, most on-trend clothing company. And they executed that very well. It resulted in a competitive advantage. That advantage was the combination of both differentiation and cost leadership. They took that competitive advantage and then they leveraged it after it was a sustainable competitive advantage over time to develop Zara Home. Now, Zara Home does not make any clothing or fashion. However, it has many of the same requirements and characteristics the fashion company did, which was being on trend, being low cost, and being quick to market. So it leveraged that competitive advantage and proved that it had a core competency in entering new businesses.